Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. Last time we made it to the island of Hasongo. I think that's what it's called, right? Hasongo? Yes it is. I know for a fact I have an amazing memory. We got here and it was destroyed first by Aothis, the giant walking tower of Audra, and then it got assaulted by Naga, who are now occupying it. The survivors are in this tower, and we are going to go see if we can't drive the Naga out and get to the Lighthouse, which is supposed to have a source of luminous Audra. Now, these people told us of a way to get some explosive ammunition for the bombard, which is up here. And I think it's probably going to be in this room. They said it was some sort of workshop, and they gave us a key. Now, I didn't check to see if this place was unlocked prior to getting the key, but I guess we'll find out. A lot of dead bodies. Alright, we got some Naga over there who have spotted us. Unstable barrel of gunpowder.
Anybody mind if I smoke? I'll be careful.
Whoa. I was not expecting that, if I'm being honest. Damn, that was a lot of damage. We got the Coral Naga sword. The great sword is renowned for... Oh, it's a great sword, but it's probably just like in the Naga tradition. We got Artillerist's manual. Quest item. When taking aim, the artillerist must account for both the distance of the target and the velocity of the wind. What follows is a series of diagrams specifying the ideal firing angles for targets at various ranges. Well, that'll be helpful. For a distant light.
All right.
Okay, what else we got down here? Got another Coral Naga sword and Naga bow.
Here.
And a trapped chest. You cannot disarm the trap. Do you wish to trigger it? Not yet.
Yeah.
Everybody else, move back. Adir, good luck, buddy. Trap triggered. Okay. Came with gunpowder, some cannon shot, and some bronze Teo. Okay.
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
Okay, got some serious burns. Which gives him what? -2 dexterity and -3 burn armor rating. Well, that's not great, is it? The crates smell musty. Peering inside, you see they're full of black powder. Fine leather armor. Looks like we got a soul over there. A Naga soul. Is there any way to get over there? Fine arquebus. Not from here. Looks like we have to go under the water. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so this wasn't what we were looking for, because we're looking for the explosive rounds. Unless they're on that side where the Naga was. Can we swim in this game? Is that a thing we're going to be able to do? What's this thing do? Initially, I thought this was like it had like a rope, but it doesn't look like it. An entire section of the wall has been smashed, leaving a chasm of jagged rubble below. Broken planks and battlements jut from the opposite side of the break. Rope and grapple. Throw a grappling hook across the gap. Adir. Success. Adir hurls the grappling hook at the broken wall. It catches securely on the parapet. You have lost an item. Okay, cross the rope. You shimmy to the other side of the wall. Excellent. I assume that's excellent anyway. We got a ladder down there. Look how we have these floating Naga in here. They really put up a good fight. Or a fight. I don't know if it was a good fight. Let's go down here. And I do realize the, these sort of,
I shall make it.
what am I trying to say? What did I just pick up? I thought it was just like... What did we get? Addendum added. Show me. I thought it was just like fat. A distant light. I found some cooking fat that might loosen up the rusted gears. Oh,
Well, something I can
right,
do,
of
thank
course. Looks like we can swim. The stairs descend to a flooded hallway. The water is clear, and the passage seems to continue for quite a way. Swim into the passage. As the passage begins to grow dim and the water cloudy, you reach an intersection where the walls are spiderwebbed and cracked with cracks. The hall continues to the left and to the right. The way on the left is dark. There's a faint glow to your right, but still, dark shapes obstruct the passage. Orient yourself in the passage using survival. Your finely honed sense of direction tells you that the hall to the right leads west, while the hall to the left seems to bend southeast back toward the dock. Okay. I guess we don't want to go to the dock, do we? We want to go... So we want to go right. Right? Right. You pull yourself past the corner and into the labyrinth of carnage. Debris from half-collapsed walls and shattered barricades clogs the tunnel. Corpses weighed down by armor and bloated with decay bob and hover in the open spaces. You kick off the rubble to propel yourself forward. Even so, the way forward is more taxing than you'd initially thought. Swim onward. Partial success. You press on. Aloth appears to be struggling, but by the time you notice, it's too late to turn back, and Aloth dies a horrible death, drowning. It's a sad end. The exit is still a gray blur when you see the panic in Aloth's eyes. You grab one of Aloth's trembling arms and pull your companion toward the light. You reach a wood-paneled wall with a ruined green banner. When you see the exit on your right, you push toward it. Once out of the water, Aloth doubles over and vomits a mouthful of seawater, trembling with exhaustion. Aloth was injured. Damn it. Did we go the right way, though? That's the real question. This does not look like it's the right way. So Aloth has an injury. Let's see. Fatigue, -5 accuracy, -10 to all defenses, and -15% max health. That's a pretty bad one. A cold, stiff hand protrudes from the rubble. Okay, so where are we? Is the kitchen? Storage room? Got some fish, some sugar, and some tar loaf. Some oil. And finally, some booze. Okay. So this was the dining hall. We got to it from an underground passage from the kitchen. And I never really thought about having an underground passage to my kitchen. And obviously, the west is this way. I should have known better. We needed to go that way. If only I knew my directions better. Let's go ahead and stuff. Looks like we have some climbing stuff there. There's a lot going on in this place. I'm impressed.
I see a soul in the darkness. One ready for raping.
Do you? I don't see any souls.
What have we here?
What have we here indeed? Some grenades. Okay. More booze probably. No. Fine greatsword and exceptional medium shield. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's what you see. That's a lot of people. So it looks like we do want to try and like sneak around and use those submerged passages and things like that to get around. Because we don't want to fight those guys, right? I'm assuming we can use the bombard to just obliterate these things. These things. I wonder if we can just swim back through. Swim into the passage. The section to the right has collapsed. Okay. Your sense of direction is sharp enough that you know that the hallway to the right leads west, while the left passage leads east. Okay, I guess we'll go to the kitchen. You navigate easily enough. Okay. And then from this way, we should be able to go the other way, right?
Let's take a look.
Swim into the passage. This time we want to go left. The hallway curves around until you reach a door. It's swollen with water and stuck in place. You give it a cursory tug. but it will take more effort to pull it open. Use a pry bar to open the door. You wedge the pry bar into the door jamb and, bracing your feet against the ceiling, push all of your weight into it. The door pops open, revealing stairs to the surface. You swim up.
Still as a pond.
Hey.
Hello? You feel the presence of a soul, twisting and sinuous. It notices you too, and draws nearer. Its restless essence tingles against your own. It is searching, hunting. You recognize it as the soul of a Naga.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like
The soul recoils from a memory of violence, like a child snatching her hand from a hot stove. What were you searching for?
a way.
A memory blooms at her core, a burst of vehemence shudders through her essence.
The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in.
There is warmth in this thought. Pride. Who is Sugan?
Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still.
You feel a prickle of sympathetic pain, as if pierced by a volley of bullets. You died.
No, not dead. Still searching.
A desperate, dissonant ripple thrums through the Naga's soul.
Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here.
What are you looking for now?
A way, I said. A glowing, shining way.
As she speaks, you feel yourself pulled into her memory and into the dark abyss of the in-between. You remember it from your own brief sojourn there. Yet, from the darkness you, and Yanis, see a bright rift, a pillar with roots that seem to reach into the heart of the world. You recognize this as an Adra pillar.
The way glows like an anglerfish lure. But it feels safe.
It does. You are drawn to it. Drift toward it.
I will follow the way, I think. But then I see another glowing thing. This one does not feel safe.
After another glowing figure appears, this one shaped like an enormous walker. 3 stars burn above its brow. You feel Yanis's fear as this walker thing, even as you recognize it as Aothis. Draw back. You watch as the glowing figure approaches the pillar. It reaches out, and a violent current rips through the darkness. You hear a chorus of screams, but they sound distant and distorted, as if coming from underwater. Light and energy flow into the strange being from the pillar, and from 100 points gathered around it. At last the pillar is dark. The glowing walker recedes, brighter than before. Everything is dark.
Now there is no way and no light. I am afraid.
Come with me.
You who amble and wander, I feel it in you. You drift through life like flotsam on the tides. I cannot lose my way.
I'll restore the Adra pillar. Then you can continue on your way.
The way? I am searching for a way. Show me.
She melts into the ether and becomes a quiet presence beside you. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna reignite the Adra pillar.
Yeah?
Still haven't found that workshop though. Sort of worrying. Swim back to the kitchen. And then from here we're gonna want to swim to the dining hall. There we go. A lot of swimming.
Quiet
I don't
time.
see why not.
Then we're gonna go out here and we're gonna climb up that wall. And avoid fighting as much as possible. Okay. So we're gonna go up here. Loose masonry mars the southern wall of the gatehouse. Some of the protruding bricks look prominent enough to climb, yet the stonework feels slick with sea spray and slime moss. You estimate a difficult climb, and a dangerous fall. Rope and grapple. I don't suppose that will be especially quiet. Aloth scans the walkway around you, and the eerily still water behind you. Oh, good point. Let's climb it then. Aloth, come on, buddy. You're halfway up when you hear a gasp below. Looking down, you see Aloth holding feebly to a jagged stone, his feet dangling over open air. As you watch, his hand slips from the stone and he lands at the base of the tower with a pained yelp. You have no choice but to climb back down after him. How's that a partial success? What partial success are you seeing? Damn it, now he's got a twisted ankle. Probably need a rest, huh? Well, let's see what's over here first. Go ahead and take all this stuff. They're not gonna need it. This could be it. What we're looking for. Engineering workshop, yep. A shuffler hides here. I taste his fear.
Open.
Alright.
Wait, look there.
Yeah, I see him. Alright. How do we want to start the fight? There we go. You're gonna power us up.
You were saying?
You're going to mark this one. And then you're gonna do a wounding shot.
You see that, Ishi?
Good job. You're gonna get out of stealth so you can fly in and do takedown. Perfect.
Yeah?
Adir, now that he's taken down, you're gonna go up and gouge him. Oop, I forgot to get you out of stealth. Damn it. Ow.
May I help?
Alright, put him to sleep. Go ahead and heal us. Good.
What do you
They're
need?
sleeping on fire.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Alright, come on up. Guys, stealth. Coming up and attack.
Time to separate the chaff.
Good.
Oh.
Classia. Let's make sure they die.
How may I help?
Burn them up.
You were saying?
You can start attack. Well, go ahead and finish this guy off.
Got this, Captain.
Perfect. That means Hunter's Mark should go to them.
No. Yes.
Classia.
Let us in. Spot on.
Good.
How may I help? Yes?
That wasn't so bad. And it sounded like there's somebody alive behind that door. Hasongo Workshop Records. The light in my room keeps flickering. It's unnerving because I'm afraid the power's going to go out or something. Which would be unfortunate. Alright. Magiverno. Received from Takoa 135 barrels of saltpeter, 209 crates of ammunition, sent to Takoa, 536 sacks of rice, 580 sacks of dried merkberries, and sent to Brass Citadel, 73 barrels of black powder. Let's see if there's anything unusual in these. I'm not going to read them all out. Looks like it's all the same stuff. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same stuff. Okay.
Oh?
Oh, that was what we had the key for.
I shall.
Hello. An older man hunches over a work table, scribbling furiously by the light of a flickering lantern. His hair is an oily, matted mess, and his cheeks are streaked with black. He looks up as you enter, shielding his eyes from the torchlight behind you.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Just keep that bird away from my work.
He glares at Ishiza.
Stand down, Ishi. The man is doing important work.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you?
Slave's sphincter. What an interesting phrase. He brushes a lock of greasy hair behind his ear. As he does, his ink-stained fingers leave another mark on his cheek. What are you doing?
I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband.
He blinks, his eyes wide and distant.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
He turns back to the pages on the table. What happened here?
What didn't? A Colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible.
His quill stops moving, and his gaze grows distant.
If Aethys got to them first, then you can fit their remains in a pouch of white leaf.
Sighing, Maia scratches the back of her head.
Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left.
Latharn?
Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week. Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Zuhaira survived, along with a few others.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds.
I see.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
Zuhaira told me you had explosive shells for the bombard.
Only one. Just a prototype. In there.
He points to the chest against the wall.
Captain, I don't ask for much. I need to see this thing go off.
It is most impressive.
He brightens, nodding enthusiastically at Maia.
You're welcome to it. I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory.
He continues muttering quietly to himself, ticking the items off with sharp jabs of his quill. How do I get to the lighthouse?
How indeed.
A high, anxious laugh tumbles out of him.
Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there?
He shakes his head.
Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort, through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga.
There are survivors holed up by the docks. I can help you reach them. He waves a hand, already turning back to his notes.
Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it.
He wipes his cheek, smearing more ink across it.
I must see that my work survives.
Okay, farewell. I don't know how your work's gonna survive if, you're dead. I can understand that you're gonna... There it is. You're gonna write it down, but, who's gonna keep it safe once it's written down? We got a new gun for you, another exceptional arquebus. So now we've got two of them. Oh. There we go. It's a really nice looking gun, isn't it? It's beautiful.
How may I help?
There's just cannons in there. Okay, so we've got everything we need, I think. So you need to get back to the bombard and use it. I don't know if we're going to have a choice of which group of Naga to destroy or what. But man, that water is flowing, isn't it?
Nice and quiet.
Check up here real quick. What's going on over here? Oh. We got a Naga patrol there. Okay. Let's do what we need to do first. Back into here. We got some swimming to do, rope climbing, whole bunch of stuff. Swim into the passage, to the kitchen. And then we want to take the ladder up. And then, once it loads, we're going to take the rope across. I didn't even see these guys down there. Looters. What are they doing there? Get out of here, looters. Cross the rope. Alright. Examine the rotating platform. Rub cooking fat into the gears. It's messy and smelly work, but once the gears and your arms are liberally greased, you're able to turn the bombard. Awesome. You've lost cooking fat. Good. Aim the bombard at the cluster of Naga. Choose a party member. Oh shit, it's mechanics. Leave the bombard alone. We need to go get Seraphin. Can I get on the boat and then come back? We're gonna see if we can. And we might as well rest when we do that too, huh? We'll grab Seraphin. We could probably leave Aloth. I don't think he's got much to say on this quest. Of course, if we leave Aloth behind, it'll be the first time. Okay, never mind. That's not. I need to change parties. It'll be the first time, really, we've ever done anything without Aloth. He's been a staple of our playthroughs. So, this one, party manager. There we go. But we're gonna leave Aloth behind for now. Recruit Seraphin. Yeah. We might come back. I might rather have Pelagina than Seraphin on this mission. I think she'd probably have more to say, perhaps? Alright, so we've got our mechanics expert. And now, since we're leaving Aloth behind, we don't actually need to rest. Because, you know, he was the one that was severely injured. Okay. Aim the bombard. Seraphin consults the artillery manual and uses it to line up the shot. Load the bombard. Carefully, you ease the shell into the bombard. Fire the bombard. You light the fuse and plug your ears. Whew. Damn. That'll do the trick. Awesome.
Hey, good thinking.
And I guess we'll just go down there now.
Still as a pond.
Need to loot their bodies at the very least, right? Stay away from the water. We want to take a look. This is the kitchen. Oh. Okay, so that's right. So that's the shortcut to the kitchen and everything. Guessing. I suppose this is what we wanted to do, right? Kill these guys. Should get us a path to the lighthouse.
I shall make it so.
Is our hope, I believe. How's our formation looking? This is not right. Okay. There we go.
Hey, sure.
Okay, so we've got this path here. I guess we'll go this way first.
Trouble up ahead.
A sea troll. Can I see the lighthouse? I want to get to the lighthouse, right? That's our objective. We can explore after the fact. This might be it here. It looks important.
Can't hide from me.
Shit. Okay, so we got an archer up there. Can I see on the map what this is? Oh, there's the lighthouse. Oh, that's probably the fastest route right there. Where are we going? Stay along the edge here. There's another big footprint. You remember the feet that made these stomping across Kainua? Yeah. How could I forget? Okay. Well, let's keep going up. Very sneaky. And we made it to the lighthouse. There we go. Well, it's rather easy, right? Let's just get in. See what's going on here. The lighthouse is quiet, but for soft, sibilant whispers. There's a receptive and incantatory quality to them. Yet, as you cross the threshold, an old Naga with skin like cracked leather breaks off. He swivels to face you, barring one broken fang.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds.
Give the order, Captain. Or just nod. I'm not picky.
Maia's upper lip pulls back in a grimace. His head twitches in her direction, his tongue flickering.
So, the fiends corrupt even the sand-striped ones. Now I taste their stench on her. If you join them in befouling the Adra, then you will join them in death too.
You're telling me this slaughter is all about Adra? They died honorably. Show some respect. Quiet, both of you. I'm not here to yammer about a bunch of corpses. I've heard enough. You're telling me this slaughter is all about Adra?
The tree of the gods, yes, which these fiends plunder and profane. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
His tongue whips from his mouth like a ripped stream. I don't know why I said it like that. I need to approach the Adra. What warning do you expect me to deliver? I need to approach the Adra.
Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought? The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped, with blasphemous hunger. Now, foreign ones dig at these roots, and the deep hunter is with us no more. Now, the gods return to rain their punishment on these islands. Again.
His pupils narrow to angry slits. You're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before? What's the Deep Hunter?
The defender of the isles, the guardian of tides.
He makes a reverent gesture.
Once, it lived among us. In all bright, quiet places where shufflers did not go. But then, more came from distant lands. First few, then many. Now, our deep hunter is gone.
He glares at you as though you're to blame. You're saying the gods have brought ruin to the Deadfire before? He bars his broken fang in surprise.
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots.
At this, the others hiss angrily. Sand-striped. You're describing the Wana.
Their ancestors, yes. Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
His beads and bangles rattle as he brings his hands together in a loud clap. How do you know about this? This is power of history, Ecclesia. That sounds like the gods, all right. So you think history is repeating itself? The gods are more than spiteful juggernauts, you know. So you think history is repeating itself?
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things.
A tremor of disgust ripples through his body.
Our ancestors hid deep where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again.
He thumps his tail on the floorboards.
The gods see. They will tear them all down.
Bareth sent me. I'm here doing the will of the gods. Aothis came to reach the Adra, not to punish anyone. I'm a watcher. I can restore the Adra if you'll just let me near it. I can restore the Adra. His tail whips on the ground as he considers you.
If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof.
What would you consider proof?
I tell you, thick tongues lie. Forked tongues do not. If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead.
He cocks his head to praise you with one eye.
I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the tongue of my own people.
Pull Giannis's soul into the here. Hear this, Sugan. Giannis's bright, wispy form appears, and the other Naga pull themselves into tight, fearful knots. Only Sugan cranes himself forward, his head cocked.
Sugan, I found the way.
Emotion pulses through her essence, crackling in the ether.
Yes? You died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
She turns briefly to you, but Sugan's mouth is rigid in a broken-fanged grimace.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanis.
For your soul, if you try, Snake. I'm standing right here. Just listen to her, Sugan. It doesn't work that way. Giannis turns to Sugan, hissing angrily.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows, like the Godwalker, like the way.
She looks toward the dull Adra vein. Sugan and the others follow her gaze.
She will open the way.
Giannis points to you just as she begins to disappear. At last, or as the last of Giannis's essence fades back into the in-between, Sugan regards the Adra vein, calculation flickering in his eyes. At last, he turns his guarded gaze on you.
The gods give you power, yes. But is it enough? Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
I'll do my best. Level up, though. So just give me a moment. I'm going to level up before I do that, just in case you betray me. Alright, Adir. Level 10. New power level unlocked. Athletics and survival. Okay. So your fighter level. Vigorous defense. The fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increasing all defenses for a short time. Yes, that's probably good. Charge. The fighter dashes across the battlefield in a flash, stunning anyone caught in their path. Lower their guard. We don't have the other one for this one, so we're gonna ignore that one for now, unless we go back and grab it. Quick switch. Initiative penalties, okay. Weapon specialization gives a damage bonus to the fighter's proficient weapons. It's not bad. Unstoppable. The fighter becomes resistant to dexterity afflictions, might afflictions, resolve afflictions, and disengagement gains additional defense against disengagement attacks. I think we'll take Vigor's defense. And then for your rogue ability, let's see. Don't have a lot of options. You can get Withering Strike. The rogue aims for a vital area, weakening the target. And then additional disengagement attack. The rogue's engagement limit increases and enemies engaged by the rogue are distracted. Or adept evasion. The rogue becomes especially skillful at dodging attacks, converting enemy or nearly all reflex targeting grazes to misses. I think we're going to go with Persistent Distraction. I think that sounds like a good tanking ability. Alright. Jyoti, Metaphysics, and Alchemy. And your monk ability, Duality of Mortal Presence. The monk gains 2 modal abilities that allow them to switch between linking their incoming wounds to their body, Constitution bonus, or their mind, Intellect bonus. So what are we doing? Switch between linking the incoming wounds to their body. So we get, is that like a power-up for one of those, depending on how many wounds we have? That's what it sounds like. Thunderous Blows, gather all your strength into your strikes, gain the tenacious inspiration while the effect lasts. Enduring Dance. We have a pattern of pain with your movements, gaining a gradually increasing bonus to accuracy wounds, suffering any damage ends this effect. Okay. The monk can now receive multiple hits before the dance will end. That sounds good. I do like using that ability. Then we have Enlightened Agony. Through pain, the monk is able to cleanse their body, reducing the duration of the incoming and existing hostile effects by half. Gains Smart Inspiration as well for that. Okay. Get Tumbling. Crucible of Suffering. The monk gains Insight through Endurance, gaining a temporary bonus to Fortitude, Reflex, and Will whenever a hostile effect expires. And then Rooting Pain. Occasionally generates a shockwave around the monk each time he or she gains a wound, inflicting a small amount of damage and interrupting all enemies in the area. That sounds really good. What's this one? Why have we got this one? That sounds like a good one to have, actually. Why haven't we gotten that? It's actually tough. I want that, I want this, and I want that. This probably would be pretty good to have, too. That's really good. Let's get this. So we can have that dance going more often. And then for your priest ability, Shining Beacon would be a good one. Devotion for the Faithful, Divine Terror. I kind of like this. Let's get that. Yeah. Divine Terror. That'd be a good debuff for enemies. And then Clasia, Religion, and Explosives. So we get... Oh, we don't get a new... We got a power level last level. That's right. Okay, so we get one ability score here. Or point. So we got this last time. Rapid Casting, which is a good one. Maximum Health. Healing... Increases the effectiveness of any healing you cause. By how much? Plus 15% healing done. We're gonna get that. That's pretty good. We want to make sure her healing is top-notch. Okay. Well, let's do this.
As your hand touches the dim Audra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Audra, and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters. Standing at Aethys's shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Audra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua?
Barath insists. You destroyed my castle and ate my soul, jackass. Oh, what a great line that is. I want to know what you're doing. I want to prevent you from causing any more harm. I'm here to finish the job that Mogren's faithful started. Ooh. Usually, when I see the Priest Mogren option, it would be a no-brainer. However, mainly because of our time with Durance, I'm not entirely sold that that idea is the best idea. I mean, obviously I would never question my goddess's word. But we do know that these gods are not necessarily omniscient beings in the sense that they know that their choice is going to be the best choice. Because they have made mistakes. Or have they? Who knows? Maybe the world would be even worse off if Mogren hadn't done what she did with the God Hammer. Who am I to question? So Barath insists is a good one as well. I mean, that is essentially why we are doing this. I don't know if Claudia would be doing this if Barath hadn't, brought her back to life to do this. Is that the answer she wants to give, though? I think on the deepest level. Like, this is another one of those choices, and I'm glad the game has these in there. But it's another one of these choices where, like, there's a lot of options that I feel like fit for what Claudia might say. Number 2 and number 4 wouldn't. Number 4 would be, but like that's not her main motivation. That's like a bonus, right? Is that she gets to help people. Barath insists. Mogren wants to finish the job of Mogren. I think that is in the back of her mind. But I think at the core, she wants to know what you're doing.
Many Kith would like to know the gods' designs. Why is it so important to you?
Is this a priest one? It looks like a priest one. Religion. Ah. The last time you appeared, it heralded the death of thousands. If I can tell Barath what you're doing, it will be ransom paid for my soul. To know the will of the gods is to peer through a crack in the fundament at the reasons for our own existence. Yeah, that one.
But Watcher, you already know that we gods were once as you. Mortal Kith who dared to peer through the cracks. And what did we find? More order. More chaos. But no great minds or spirits. No higher forces of intelligence to give us guidance. Not even the perspective of thousands of immortal souls fused in purpose, endless in vision within and without, could grant us the perspective required to understand our reason for existing.
That's deep.
To take guidance from what we present as our will, to place faith in our falsehood, is to seek purpose in artifice, truth in lies. No, mortals deserve more than that.
Man, this is great. This is like an attack on Klesia. It's like, I don't know if I've said it in this game, but I know at the end of the first game, her whole thing was like, yes, she knows that the gods were fabricated and aren't like, you know, the gods that they presented themselves as being, but she was going to believe in them anyway, right? Seek purpose and artifice, truth and lies. It's really hitting the nail on the head here for Klesia. Mortals find truth in lies of stories and art. Why not in the lies of the gods as well? Then let us know your true will. Artifice or not, I have faith that the gods have reasons for their actions that are beyond my ability to comprehend. Thank you, Obsidian, for making a game that fits the character I have made. Thank you very much. Number 3.
If we are incomprehensible to the mortal mind, even a watcher's, this pursuit is, at best, futile. I hope for a world where mortals need not wonder at our designs.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature.
What's Hand Occult? Have we met them? I don't remember that name.
Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
Nod. Well, what are you waiting for? The gods want answers. I'm honored. Go with number 3. I'm honored.
Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker. And I've already tarried too long.
Well, then stop moving.
Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Well, let's not let that happen again. Where are you going? I will meet you there. Wait, is that what happened at Hasongo?
It is. When you contacted me from Port Mage, I had to sever my tether to the luminous Adra. Without it, I lacked the strength to reach Hasongo.
Shit.
I pulled souls from the creatures of the ocean and from the people at Hasongo until I could reach the lighthouse. The soldiers and Naga there were no threat to me. I did not kill them out of malice, but simply to keep this body moving.
None of these 3 options jump out to me as a good option for Klesia. My first instinct was number 2. Did I cause you to kill all these people? But Klesia, I mean, besides her blind loyalty to the gods, is a pretty logical person, right? She wouldn't blame herself for that. That was Aethys' fault. And it's Aothis' fault right now. He doesn't need to be talking to me. He'd just be like, hey, come meet me here so I don't have to kill more people. But instead, he's taking his time chatting with me and being like, oh yeah, this is why I have to kill people if you keep talking to me. That's quite a vulnerability, I suppose, but I guess it really depends on how close he was to, you know, failing before he got to Hasongo. I mean, as long as he's in a semi-populated area, it's not too big of a vulnerability, I guess. Although, why don't you just go to a body that's less resource hungry? A heartless, pitiless act. A heartless, pitiless act. Yeah, I guess it was. One or three. He's a god, so we're still going to respect him. So we're not going to go with 3. So that's quite a vulnerability.
Not a vulnerability, but a dire and terrible limitation. One that I knew before I took this form.
The edges of Aothis' massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aothis speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margaren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
Give me the rest of my soul back, you bastard.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten, until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap. Aothis' figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
There we go. This is a badass lighthouse, by the way. The Naga stare at the glowing Audra, their diamond pupils wide. Sugan turns his gaze to you, his body in a cautious half-coil.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
Your type weren't exactly accommodating.
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission.
Curiosity and consternation simmer in his eyes. What now? Slaughter is never a holy mission. That's because they killed your people and took your land. They see everything differently. The gods have bigger concerns than our feuds. We must learn to live together. There's no point in speculating about the will of the gods. You should be driving them out. You just didn't hit them hard enough. The gods have bigger concerns than our feuds. We must learn to live together.
But on whose terms?
His tail flicks in irritation.
We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it.
Not an option, Snake. Bet you were keeping count of how many good soldiers you fanged.
Maia narrows her eyes and draws her weapon. Let it go. As you wish, Maia. And now he owes us. A debt is more useful than blood. There's been too much death here already. Killing him won't bring them back. You're right. We shall avenge your fallen. That wouldn't be any fun. Let it go.
Captain?
Maia turns to you, her right eye twitching. Vengeance won't save the ones you've lost, soldier. Pace yourself. We have more important fights ahead of us. Stand down. That's an order. Just kidding. I could use some snakefish gloves. Or snakeskin gloves. Is this the first time we've like had a companion want to do something even though we don't want to do it? Like usually we say no and they're just like, okay. Or, you know, actually usually we don't say no, to be honest. But nah. Vengeance won't save the ones you lost, soldier. Gritting her teeth, Maia secures her weapon and stands down, her fists balled at her side.
You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
He presses something into your palm before departing. Strand of Favor. A necklace. +1 intellect. Minus 10% hostile effect duration and plus 10% beneficial effect duration. Thank you. Sorry, Maia. I know. That's just the way it is. It's the way it has to be. Okay. We'll talk to her now.
I should come clean about something, Captain.
Maia scratches the back of her head, sighing. Speak your mind? Is this where you betray me? Speak your mind.
Atsura didn't set me loose just so I could stay busy. Fact of the matter is, he gave me a job to do. I've got this stack of missives I need to deliver. Noble errand, right?
She shows you a small collection of scrolls in her pack, all judiciously sealed with the sigil of the Royal Deadfire Company. Okay.
The company has a lot of people working away from headquarters, and Atsura trusted me to get these in the right hands. I hope that isn't a problem.
What's in the missives?
A bit of everything. Shipping manifests, requisitions for supplies, work orders. Mostly work orders. You wouldn't believe how much paperwork it takes to run a navy.
I ran a grand estate for a time. I have an idea.
Ah, yes. Making good with the locals, paying off bounties. Maybe Aethys did you a favor when he stepped on Cadnua.
She chuckles to herself. Adira gives a nod and a wink. Seraphin's eyes close as he nods along, showing this an interest.
I didn't actually mean that.
Yeah, I bet you didn't. Kick you off this lighthouse. No matter how cool you look. You're using my guns. I'll see that we make the deliveries in good time. Anything else I should know about this job of yours? I'll consider it when we have time. Anything else I should know? Reaching back to tighten her bun, Maia takes a moment to consider your question.
Don't take it personally if I'm vague on some of the details. Atsura likes his discretion, even when it comes to boring bureaucratic stuff.
As long as it's nothing I should worry about.
The second that I need you to worry, you'll know. Count on it.
She closes one... She closes one eye and makes a friendly trigger pulling motion at you. Yeah, I like you.
For Harama, an acquaintance, good sailor. He's somewhere off in Tikawara.
Harama. Okay, she holds up a single scroll.
And these are for Tuaha, an old friend stationed in Port Maje.
Huh.
You meet some strange types in the Navy.
I have some questions.
I've got some answers.
Hello, Ishi. Who's a good bird? Ishi, I'm going to call it Ishi because that's what she called her, takes a tentative hop closer and cocks his head up at you.
Ishi, where are your manners? Think the nice captain.
Maia folds her arms and waits. Ishi resumes his inspection of the floor. Let's be off. We'll talk more later. Oh, you didn't level up, huh? Alright, well, Seraphin did. Alright, level 10 Seraphin. Get the mechanics. Streetwise. And, okay. Right, so you don't get a new ability power. You got Ringleader last time, which is like the mind control one, right? What do we want to get this time? That could be good. His spells do typically have shorter range. I do think I might get that one. Let me see if I just remember where any of these other ones are. This one's pretty good, especially on like a caster. Ooh. That one's pretty good too, but it's not a foe AoE, so it's a little tricky. Let's get far casting. Here we go.
Yes?
All right. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. We have successfully restored the lighthouse, and that should actually make all the... I'm guessing all the Naga will be gone outside? Potentially? Or maybe I'll still have to fight them. We'll see. But we'll explore the rest of Hasongo. We still got a couple things to do here before we leave. But that's it for this one. Until the next one, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.